New details on Toyota's Ferrari-like Crown Sport vehicle are coming out of Japan. Let's get into it. Now we have two different sources, Creative Trends as well as Best Car Web, getting information from dealers in Japan about this all-new Crown vehicle, the Crown Sport. And I think most of you guys would be interested in this Crown over the current Crown that we have, the frumpy looking, I don't even know what to call it because Toyota doesn't know what to call it. They call it a sedan here in the United States and they call it a Crown crossover over in Japan. Anyways, this vehicle is far more tempting as a product. It will sit between kind of like the Toyota Venza and the Lexus NX in terms of probably price as well as luxury. The big information, at least for Japan, is that the hybrid will be announced in the fall of 2023 and the plug-in hybrid in the winter of 2023. And I would also probably take a step and say availability will be happening around that time as well because the dealers are getting information. Would we see availability on this vehicle if it comes to America as early as then? I don't think so. I mean, we're probably 2 to 3 months at the earliest behind the availability of this vehicle in Japan. So think February, March, best case scenario if we're going to get this Crown Sport in America. But if you guys want this Crown Sport in America, smash the like button, comment down below why you would want it, what makes it so desirable. Is it the styling? Well, I mean, that's probably the biggest reason. And I mean, if you had your choice between this and the Crown sedan thing that we have, let me know down below which one you would be picking. The sedan is supposed to be coming this fall as well. Now, will we get it in America? It's highly unlikely we would get the sedan. And we kind of get a variant of it in the Mirai, but this sedan is on another level of beauty and desirability, especially if they bring it here as a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. But they are making a fuel cell version of it, which I don't know what's the point of the Mirai at that point, you know what I mean? And the Estate, the wagon-looking one, is coming to Japan in 2024, and the plug-in hybrid variant coming in 2024 as well. Apparently, they have to do some modifications to that Estate for their market, so don't think it will come to the United States. Which is unfortunate because we all want more wagon-like vehicles. I don't know if we all, but I'm raising my hand as we would love to have this Estate, this wagon. Further information, they're saying that the announcement will happen October 6th for the Crown Sport, and availability in Japan would be October 21st. And they're saying it could be renamed from Crown Sport to Crown Athlete. I think Crown Sport just rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. Crown Athlete, yeah, sounds cool. Or what if they just call it in America the Toyota Athlete? I mean, that sounds pretty funny as well. So Crown Sport to me is the name I would be going for. Or Crown RS. That would be pretty sick because they use RS as a performance nomenclature for the current Crown, which has the 2.4 turbo hybrid, or what we call the Hybrid Max powertrain. Now for the powertrain and handling, this is where it gets exciting for this Crown Sport. Yes, it has 21-inch wheels like the current Crown. I'm not going to get too much in the dimensions. It's probably shaped similar to what we see on the Venza, for example. Maybe a little bit wider though. And then they say that the rear fenders are 40 millimeters wider than what we have with the current Crown. You'll have a red interior, which they've already shown this red accented interior of the Crown Sport or Crown Athlete. Now, the powertrains, this is where it gets pretty exciting. You'll have the base 2.5-liter hybrid, which is Toyota and Lexus's bread and butter powertrain as of their introduction of their update. I think it's based on 4th gen hybrid technology. But they use, on most vehicles, they use a nickel metal hydrate battery. You can also use a lithium ion with it. Gives us about 240 horsepower and gives us 40 miles per gallon. Plus or minus depending on the vehicle it's implemented in. I just tested it in the Toyota Sienna minivan and got 37 miles per gallon. Just absolutely insane. The smoothness, well, I wouldn't say necessarily the smoothness in the Sienna, but on the Lexus vehicles, they really refine it even more, take out the vibey nature and remove you from the engine a little bit more with this hybrid setup. When I tested the Crown sedan that we have available on the market right now, this is the way I'd be going in the limited trim. I just don't think the Crown Hybrid Max, it gives me the performance that I want while paying more, and your efficiency goes down. So I really like this powertrain. It's my favorite in the Toyota Lexus lineup. That's not the Prime or plug-in hybrid variant. All right, well, they're saying that there's going to be the plug-in hybrid coming as well for this model, and it will have rear wheel steering. This is the same dynamic rear steering that we see in the Lexus RX 500h F Sport Performance. Now over in Japan, we actually see this dynamic rear steering in their version of their Crown. They call it the Crown crossover there. It's the same version as the sedan we get in America. So this will be coming on the Crown Sport, which sounds pretty fun. Now, in terms of price, they're saying it'll be between the Harrier, which is the Venza plug-in hybrid. We don't get the Venza plug-in hybrid in the United States, unfortunately. And it'll slot below the NX plug-in hybrid. Of course, it cannot be more expensive. So it's hard to say because the RAV4 Prime is about $50,000. So it's probably $50,000 to $55,000 for this Crown Sport plug-in hybrid, and that'll come with the rear wheel steering. But don't forget, the more affordable non-plug-in, the 2.5 liter hybrid is a fantastic engine option, super efficient, and decent power. If we go over to Creative Trends, another Japanese news website, they seem to be pretty disappointed that it doesn't have the Hybrid Max powertrain with the 2.4 liter turbo with the e-axle in the back. But here's the thing, we actually don't have information if this plug-in hybrid variant is different than what we have in the NX plug-in hybrid or the RAV4 Prime. 99% sure it's going to be the exact same with a little over 300 horsepower, around 40 miles of EV range when that battery is topped off. So more than likely it's identical to them, but there's a small chance, if they want to call this a more sporty model, change the rear motor in the back, give it the e-axle that we see in the RX 500h, and that will give us far more electrified power going to the rear wheels compared to the traditional RAV4 Prime or NX 450h Plus. Maybe we can hold out for a little bit more jazz and electrification to the rear wheels with this plug-in hybrid. And if that's the case, it would absolutely probably be worth the price compared to the NX plug-in hybrid, because the NX plug-in hybrid is the exact same powertrain as what we see on the RAV4. It's a great powertrain, but you're paying a lot more money for it in the Lexus trim. So I'll see you guys down in the comments with the Crown Sport and its desirability factor. It would instantly be, in my opinion, if it comes in nice, instantly be the most desirable Toyota crossover, well, two-row crossover on the market. It would be more desirable than the RAV4, be more desirable. I don't know. I really like the Corolla Cross Hybrid, but it's going to be pretty low volume, I think, for a while. But anyways, it's more desirable than the BZ4X. All right, so let's get into what's going on with electrification. Well, essentially in this article, with Toyota developing such high-end technology with the next generation battery electric platform, as well as gigacasting, etc., it looks like they will be spreading this technology to Subaru, to Mazda, to make their partners better. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Nissan and Subaru, I actually haven't gone over the first half sales either so far this year. I've already covered Toyota, Honda, Mazda. So I wanted to get these guys into the equation as well. Now, interestingly, it doesn't look like Nissan's actually giving me numbers for individual sales, which is fine. I'll speed up this part of the video. In terms of the second quarter, they're up 33% compared to the last year's quarter. So they sold 244,000 here in the United States. Infiniti up 56%. That's great to see them just get some sort of volume. I still think they're being outsold or close to being outsold by Genesis. And if we look at calendar year to date, Nissan as a whole, with Infiniti up 25%, selling 480,000 units. Versa sales are up 116% on the year. Armada, love the Armada. It's probably my favorite. Well, I like the Frontier a lot too. But Nissan's trucks and truck platform vehicles are fantastic. So Armada's up 104%, Sentra up 102%. And this is all for the last 3 months, mind you, in the second quarter. Rogue up 68%. Kicks up 28%, and Pathfinder up 24%. So it looks like they're going to be guns blazing, just like pretty much the rest of the Japanese automakers as we head into the second half of this year. Volumes picking up, and it'll be interesting if you have money going into the second half. You'll probably be able to get some good deals on cars. I think because we're going to have a surplus of vehicles, the economy is going to have I'm not super confident about it. So, I think if you're able to pay cash, especially for a vehicle, so you're not paying high interest rates, I think you're going to be able to get good deals out there in this coming fall and winter. Subaru also is up 15% year to date so far. WRX is up 147% year to date, and Impreza up 35%. It's now wagon only. Make sure, or should I say hatchback only? Make sure to watch my review on the RS. I would just get a WRX because it costs about the same. Anyways, a Forester up about 20%. BRZ, still very low volume we're talking about here, 2,500 units on the year, but it's up 51%. Even the Ascent is doing better than it was last year. I would say it's probably not their best vehicle. I would put it right as their worst. It's not a bad car. It's just that when you have a vehicle of that size, a CVT is not what I want. Anyways, watch my Subaru Ascent review. That's really what's holding it back from being a pretty darn good vehicle overall. Thank you guys for making it this far in the video. If you haven't hit the like button, I appreciate you. And also special thanks to my members, my paying members. You guys help support the family. So yeah, I can buy diapers and food for the kids. But I got to cut off there. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves and peace.